Black and White Network. We are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about Jen Psaki and the Joe Biden administration. This administration is pure evil. Joe Biden is supposed to be a Roman Catholic. Now, my grandfather was a Roman Catholic, and he would be turning over in his grave right now if he actually was alive right now to see what Joe Biden wants to do to children. I did a video on Joe Biden, his administration, calling for unthinkable acts to happen to children who identify as quote unquote trans. Now, folks, the leftist socialist government will probably want you to think that about half of children identify like this, when in reality, when it comes to the general population, only like 0.5% actually truly identify as trans. But you have a lot of activists out there in the Walt Disney Company, in government, people getting elected to office on the left that are just horrific people. These people are evil that want to castrate your children chemically and physically. Well, as you guys know, in Texas, it's actually illegal to do any type of surgery like that on children here. Now in Alabama, they just passed a law too. And now Jen Psaki has actually put the Republicans on blast. They have been put on notice because these people are evil. The fake Catholic known as Joe Biden, man, he's going to have to answer to God one day for the things he's doing right now to this country. Check this out. Republican lawmakers protecting kids from puberty blockers, trans surgeries put on notice by Department of Justice. And this is from the Daily Wire. Folks, this is a godless administration. This is a purely evil administration that want to chemically castrate your children, want to stop them from going through puberty. Puberty is a natural thing. And folks, there can be some dangerous stuff, man, if you actually stop puberty. But check this out. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said Thursday that lawmakers who are working to protect minors from puberty blockers and transgender surgeries have been put on notice by the Department of Justice. And this is really, I guess, in response to the new Alabama law that got put into place. But you don't have to take my word for any of this, because there's a video here. And this is courtesy of the post-millennial here. White House condemns Alabama law that prevents genital mutilation of minors, saying the state has been, quote, put on notice because your socialist, evil, ungodly government calls for the mutilation of genitals of minors. Joe Biden said that. I talked about that in my video, but now you're going to hear from Jen Psaki here, because the socialist government, man, the purely evil government, wants this stuff to happen to your children, folks. And once you actually remove genitals, guess what? You ain't getting them back. This ain't like breast implants where you can actually remove them. Once you cut off your penis, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. You can never have kids again. And they want to do this to minors. How evil is this? But let's play this clip here, guys, and you can hear it from Jen Psaki herself.
Republican lawmakers are currently debating legislation that, among many things, would target trans use with tactics that threatens to put pediatricians in prison if they...
Yeah, they should be in prison if they're actually going to go through and do this to children.
provide medically necessary life-saving health care for the kids they serve. Just like the extreme government overreach we've seen in Texas, where politicians have sent state officials into the homes of loving parents to investigate them for abuse just to harass and intimidate the LGBTQI plus community, today's vote in Alabama will only serve to harm kids. But Alabama's lawmakers and other legislators who are contemplating these discriminatory bills have been put on notice by the Department of Justice and the Department of Health and Human Services that laws and policies preventing care that healthcare professionals recommend for transgender minors may violate the Constitution and federal law. To be clear, every major medical association agrees that gender-affirming healthcare for transgender kids is a best practice and potentially life-saving.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there real quick. If you look at the death rates of people that want to identify as trans, before transition and after transition, it's still not good when it comes to the numbers of the attempted suicide rates. It's basically the same. There's really no difference at all. No difference. These people really do need help that actually feel like this. But these activists out there really want to go to the children, because the children are the most vulnerable out there, and they can't make, adult decisions at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. But Joe Biden and Jen Psaki want them to actually go through with this and mutilate their bodies. How evil is this? How do we let this happen? So there you have it, guys. Jen Psaki says that these states have been put on notice by the Department of Justice. If you don't want to mutilate your child, if you don't let the government mutilate your child, then you're an enemy of the state. These people are just so evil, man. These people are so evil. I mean, a child doing this to their body, man, could have long-term effects on their mental health. I mean, think about this. If you do this to a 8-year-old, for example, 8-year-old boy, and his parents, quote unquote, transition him into a girl, and then when he grows up and they put him on puberty blockers, he grows up. He's like, man, I'm not really a girl. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to go back to being a male. And they live as a male again, want to get married and have children, but they find out they can't have any kids because they don't have the equipment anymore. Or these puberty blockers did damage on their body. It possibly could have made them sterile. But Jen Psaki and Joe Biden are perfectly okay with this. They are perfectly okay with this because these people are purely evil. Purely evil, man. My goodness, this is the worst administration ever in the history of this country. There's a bunch of activists out there that are really, really running a show over there in the Biden administration. And now they want to put Republican lawmakers on notice for protecting children. But you know, the Biden administration too, man, they're perfectly okay with indoctrination of children. This was a non-issue when I was growing up. Because what are the odds really of you actually meeting somebody that identifies as trans? It's going to be really, really low. But the left has definitely done enough indoctrination to where now millennials, like 20%, identify as a part of the LGBTQ community. 20%. This is insane. And now they want to go even further. They want to go even further. You got to protect your kids, folks. Government education has failed. It has failed. If you can homeschool, I recommend homeschooling. And I'm all about school choice. Because if your school is out there doing indoctrination out there like that, remove your kid from the school. Don't vote for anybody that is against school choice. And Democrats, oh no, they don't like school choice. And you got Republican enablers too that also don't want school choice. Vote these people out. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, this is insane. Jen Psaki, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, pure evil. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.